Hi everyone. I am Shanté Roddy. Welcome to my channel, She Boss Talk, to our live show. I'm so glad to have you here, all you wonderful entrepreneurs and small business owners. I'm here to talk about how you can get your part of $120 billion still available to small business owners through the Paycheck Protection Program. So please do feel free to drop a comment. Please do hit that subscribe button to keep updated with all the latest information regarding the CARES Act, the HEROES Act, and all of the different stimuluses that are coming out. So again, I'm so happy to have you here. This is going to be some important information because I know there's a lot of small business owners that are still haven't taken advantage of the opportunities available to you through the Paycheck Protection Program. And some of you that have that may be a little afraid to use the money because you're not quite sure what to do with it and if your loan will be forgiven, right? But I want to tell you, don't operate in fear. This is monies that are available to you. So you want to take advantage of it, right? You're entitled to it. You qualify for it. So if you get the funds, you want to make sure that you use it right so that you get 100% forgiveness of your loan. Because what does that mean? That means that your loan is basically free money, money that you don't have to pay back. So you can be working on rebuilding your business and not have to worry about being burdened down by debt. That is the real benefit of this program, and that you're able to put people back to work and be able to contribute a greater impact to your communities and to the economy. So that's why I'm here, to be able to help you do that. And I'm going to be talking about the latest bill that was just approved in the Senate. So it passed the House. It was approved in the Senate. Now it's going to the president for his signature. It is called the Paycheck Protection Flexibility Act, which is a reform bill to help small business owners to address some of the issues that we were all having with the Paycheck Protection Program. So that's why I'm here. So before I get into some of the details about the new Paycheck Protection Flexibility Act, I just want to give you again a brief overview of the Paycheck Protection Program and what you need to do to apply. So there's information in the description. If you don't know where to go, the information is in the description on where to apply, how to apply, and information on how to get your loan forgiven. The application and everything is there in the description for you. Now, the Paycheck Protection Program is one of the benefits that came out of the CARES Act, which was $2 trillion CARES Act. And under this program was funded for over $600 billion. Okay. And so of that $600 billion, there's still $120 billion left to go around. And so I want you to understand that how to qualify if you were in business as of February 15th and you have 500 or less employees, you qualify. That means if you have no employees, you qualify to apply. Don't think, oh, I don't think that this will apply to me and I'm not going to apply. The worst that they can do is say no. And if one lender doesn't follow through, you can apply to multiple lenders. You can only be funded by one. So once one institution funds you, you're good. You just can't double dip, right? So you get funding from one of those institutions. And so they have opened it up to a lot of approved providers, including Square, PayPal, Intuit. But I always recommend going to your bank first. But if your bank is not there, we're advocating and working on your behalf. Look, go somewhere else. Don't let that be the end of it. Go and get your money. And if you're a solopreneur, you can qualify under this program for up to $20,833. Who can't use that money, right? Any money towards your business, and then free money, being able to have this money for free. So the deadline to apply for this program is June 30th. We know how these months are flying by. We're already halfway through the year. So you have to June 30th to apply for these funds. So that's why I'm on here, to make sure that you do that, because this is a great program. And those of us small business owners have been advocating on your behalf. That's why we've been able to get a lot of these things changed and improved to benefit us. That's why we're doing it. Okay. So this is going to be very important for you. So again, if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments, right? So it's not enough just to get the funding and not use it, not know what to do with it. You need to know what to do with it. You can use the money for payroll and non-payroll expenses. And I'm going to go through some of the changes that are great, because it's going to allow more flexibility and give you more time for you to implement everything that you need to in order to get your as close to operations where you were before COVID-19 hit. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the Paycheck Protection Flexibility Act that I said that just passed the Senate and is headed to the president to sign this new reform bill that had came about to address some of the concerns of the small business community, right? Give you more of an opportunity to get your loan fully forgiven. So one of the first changes is, and under the CARES Act, you had to have spent 75% on payroll and 25% on non-payroll, like your mortgage, your rent, your lease, your utilities, right? That has changed, right? So now it's 60-40. Now you have to spend 60% on payroll and 25%, 60% on payroll and 40% on non-payroll related expenses, and to qualify for full forgiveness. So if you don't reach the 75, it is not going to ding you any way, shape, or form, but you need to be able to spend 60% on payroll to get the full forgiveness. Okay. The spending period. So initially, once you were funded, you had 8 weeks to spend that money, to spend it on payroll. You had 8 weeks, really restrictive, not really giving you a lot of time to rehire people, to bring people on board, to get up and running. So they have extended that to 24 weeks. So it's no longer 8 weeks. You have more time to get your business up and running, to hire the people that you need, to get your staffing in place. You have 24 weeks. You have to use this money by December 31st of 2020. So know that. So it's been extended. So this is your time to really implement everything that you need to get your business back to full functioning prior to COVID-19, as close as that you can. Also, under the CARES Act, under the terms of the PPP loan, it was a 2-year term to pay back the loan with the 1% interest rate. It is now 5 years. So they're giving you more time to be able to pay back the loan. So you have 5 years if you have to. So if you don't meet the full forgiveness, what I would press upon you to do is to just do everything necessary to get the full forgiveness. But if you don't, it's still the terms 1%, paying it back up to 5 years. Again, allowing you more flexibility, more time to get it done. Okay. You can also delay your payroll taxes. This was prohibited under the CARES Act. Under this new Paycheck Protection Flexibility Act, you can now delay your payroll taxes. So that's a good benefit for you, something less that you have to concern yourself with. There's some additional exceptions as well to allow you to receive full forgiveness and be able to restore your business that you were not able to do before under the CARES Act. So there was a lot of concerns with, the conflict between all of the people that are on unemployment that are perhaps making more than they would working for you as a small business owner. So they're not going to really hold you accountable for if your employees are not coming back. to work for you. What the expectation is that you fully document everything, right? So you tried to bring them back, they didn't come back, for whatever the reason is or was, that you document that. I would encourage you also to have a separate bank account, a file system too, for everything PPP related, so it is not mixed in with other business. So you keep it clean, right? Traceable audit trail, just in case, just for you, for your bank, financial institution, and just to have those things in order, so it's easy for you to be able to manage the process and be able to get the full forgiveness of your loan once you have used up the funds. So I would encourage you to do that. So we know that this is not all of the issues, but these are some of the major issues that are being addressed to address the concerns of small business owners. There is a lot of talk about, and amongst banks too, as well, about making the loans for not just forgivable, but turning them into grants for any loans that are 150,000 or less. So that has not happened yet, but there's a lot of talk about of the need or the desire to do that, even with banking institutions and advocates, because that's really streamlines the process. Because with so many loans, there's additional paperwork. So that would simplify the process for them and for you if it's just turned into a grant. And nearly half of the funding that has been provided is averaging to be about 150,000. So that, I know that would be so great for all of you out there who have taken out loans that it is less than 150. Because if you've seen any of my other lives, I always say that they should be making these grants anyway, right? These should just be grants. We did not voluntarily shut our businesses down. We were forced to shut our business down due to the pandemic. So that is not any fault of your own. So, why put us through any additional heartache? Just give it to us for free. So they're really pushing for that. So I'll make sure to come back on if and when they do push that a bill for that. Or some additional type of relief or clarifications of the Paycheck Protection Program, I'll make sure that I provide that to you. But I just want to reiterate that you have to June 30th to apply. There is, again, is unallocated. 120 billion still remain available to you to apply. Whether you're a small business, entrepreneur, solopreneur, excuse me, whether you have employees or not, whether you're for-profit or nonprofit, you can apply as long as you have 500 employees or less, and you were in business as of February the 15th, 2020. Okay, so don't let this money go untapped. Money that you are entitled to. The worst they can do is say no. Get your money. And there's also other monies out there available to you that I've talked about. Please check some of my other videos concerning the pandemic unemployment. If you may qualify for that, but you can't get both at the same time. As I said before, once you're funded for PPP, you have to suspend the pandemic unemployment assistance. But these are these programs that are out there for you. Get your money. Go after the grants too. These are not the only programs. You have programs that are coming out every day around the city, your cities, counties, and states. Google them. Google your state for small business grants, small business funding, small business relief, COVID-19 for relief for small business in your city, in your county, in your state. They're out there. They're out there. And some of them they're again being, there's a lot of times they're not being fully given out because people aren't applying. So I encourage you to call your representatives, ask them, is there money available? Where do you find it? How do I apply? And get that application in, because they have simplified the applications for all of these different whether it's a relief program, whether it's a grant, I haven't spent more than 30 minutes filling out a grant application. So it's not just federal relief. There's grants all over the place. So you're not going to qualify for all of them, but you're going to qualify for some of them, right? And so I have applied for well over 15 grants at this point, all kinds that are out there. So I would encourage you to do the same. I will also leave in the description some additional grants that are currently available as well. But again, go get your money. It's so important not to leave money on the table, especially in this time when we are suffering so much as small business owners. You need the money and you don't want to be burdened down by debt. So that's why I'm telling you, go get the free money. Check out some of my other videos on some of these other programs, grants that are out there, and go get your money. Those are the updates that I have for today. Stay tuned for future updates. Until we meet again, please continue to strive to be successful. Help one another. We have to be a support system for one another as business owners. Continue to be safe and in good health, and I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful day.